We're live. We're back.
What's the feeling?
Stop. Put it where there's no buttons.
Oh,
That makes life easier.
then turn off the screen.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Alright, I'm gonna let you do that and
Okay, now you have a Rob and an Alan. And hopefully we're not lagging. I'm not going to say hi to everybody again, because y'all been here. We tried out a new system, and it worked somewhat, and we're encouraged, and we're just done with it for now.
sharing the new link to the Creepers room.
So by the time we're done, I'm going to have a ball and some other shapes.
Yeah. Let me open.
Let the hate flow through you.
Have you seen the video?
Yes. Do it. Jerry Collins says, hi Alan, Stacy, and Rob.
Hello.
Enigma says, I just saw that video interview and it looked like you wanted to reach out and slap that guy. And if someone didn't take my craft seriously, I'd want to too.
Well,
Let's go ahead and put him back up on here because my phone is even touchier on the Wi-Fi here. Rob O'Brien says, the quality is way better this way.
yeah. I think that when we go through my computer is older and tireder.
Excuse me.
We were discussing a new computer for me anyway,
Yeah.
so it's happening.
Enigma says, it's funny how some people don't get that you dedicate yourself to a craft and they think little of it, especially if you invest so much in it.
Well, and you know what? It's a hobby for so many people, what I do for a living. It's a hobby for so many people. I understand that it's different. You know, I get it. But that doesn't mean I don't take it serious.
Thank you, love. Masato said, I made it.
For those of us that have chosen this as a career,
Realm says, do you know what monster I'm talking about now?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
If you posted a link in the Creepers group, we have not been able to get in there and see it yet because we're trying to stay off the Wi-Fi. Masato says, I really love those live streams. I hope they keep going.
Which
94.
live streams?
That was our peak.
Lisa Arndt says, I get to like this twice. Yes.
My
Smash
live
that
stream,
thumbs
they're
up.
going to keep going for sure. There's going to be more and more and more. And I'm going to get better at it. We're having a little bit of growing pains is all with the new system.
Oh my gosh, Rob O'Brien, thank you. It says $45 for your tech fund.
Oh, that's very kind.
Gonna get that new computer. Chad Smith says that diving helmet is gonna be huge.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sink it so it goes down and it cuts out over your shoulders. So,
Nice.
and then I'm going to do like tank arms for it. So it's going to be a little more like Big Daddy from BioShock.
I love it.
Yeah, it'll be more of a Big Daddy diving helmet, which is a diving suit, but it's an Uber diving suit.
Such a good
The
game.
first one I was doing was going to be too big even for that, but I think this will be a good size.
Yeah. Yeah, that might help.
Start playing Bard's Tale.
And there's some things that need to be reimagined.
Right.
You know, haunted house-wise, we have to do things a little bit differently than we used to. So I think this size, putting a little bit more of a barrier between this actor and customers will be a good thing. Because this is straight up for dark hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Robert says, yeah, here we are again. Lisa Arndt says, you gotta increase the scares. Steve Bishop says, yeah, pair that with the big dwarf boots.
Oh, yes, I will. That's
Yeah.
a great idea. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You're right.
Horror Beauty says, you're always going to have problems with the new system. Everyone is doing good with it.
Except Jacob.
Yeah.
Disappointed that guy is.
Masato K says, here I go again. Oh, no. Tina says, oh my god, I love that plan. It's a diving helmet.
Yeah, let's go big and go home because my house is right over there.
Enigma says, can you name some of the more modern horror creatures you've been very impressed with recently, like Slender Man, Babadook, etc.?
I thought the lady monster on the movie Splice was very freaky for several reasons.
Very freaky.
So Splice was great. There's a horror movie called The Dead Birds, and there's this like flesh dog monster thing in that, which is really nice. And this isn't like super modern, but the Spiderwick Chronicles, I really like the look of their goblins. I thought that was really well done and well thought out.
Sweetheart.
Hey,
The
come here.
the sea monster in Sweetheart was pretty excellent.
And the right.
Yeah, The Right, which is a Netflix independent horror movie, has a great like god type character, and he looks neat.
Masato K. Going down the only road I know.
Ba-da-bow-bow.
Horror Beauty says it's going to be so strange if our haunt opens up this year.
I'm doing a DVD for haunt actors to how can we change things? How can we get past this and still be interactive?
Steve Bishop says no soup for you, Jake. Ezekiel says look who's back in circulation.
Yeah, hopefully the stream is a little cleaner.
Rodney says most of us that do it as a hobby would love to do it for a living, but stuck in our day-to-day. Someday I'm just going to get up and change everything.
That's what I did.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I think that it's, my friend, he calls it the golden handcuffs. You've become accustomed to, making a certain amount of money. And your life will always expand with how much you make.
That's true.
All right, Realms. Realms says the big item you put is the wet look. Some big monster maybe.
Okay, that is actually a Unit 70 alien creature that I say is from Unit 70 about 40 times in that video. Pay attention. And I'm just giving it a new paint job, and then I coat it in wet from Fright Crops. Mystery solved.
Hello, Pinshot. Hello, Chance Speck. Masato K says, you guys play any musical instruments?
I play the harmonica a little bit. Other than that, no.
How about you, Rob?
What?
Do you play any musical instruments?
Several, but none well.
I play bass guitar and guitar and a little bit of piano. Chance Speck says, what are you making?
I am making a giant diving helmet costume thing. Rob is making a deer skull mask. So yeah.
Pat Swift says, thanks, just bought the shirt on the Stillby site.
Rob, before you go into detail, I would start sharpening your forms a little bit and figure out, where the harsh lines need to be. Come back here. Everything looks a little soft and doughy. You don't have any hard cuts. You don't have any, you know what I mean? Work on that. Before you start trying to go into detail, because you're not at that time yet.
Masato says, woo, bass. I played bass in a metal band for a few years. Ross Richard says, slap into bass. Yep. Rom says, no, I'm sorry. I watched it a long time ago and I forgot. And you probably get so tired of me. I'm so sorry.
Listen, Realms, you're fine. I don't hold grudges or frustration because I let them out at the moment.
We just want to be able to understand what you're saying so we can give you the best answers.
Yes.
Steve Bishop says, Stacey, you should post Alan's monsters in the movies on Creepers. We'll check them out. Monsters in the movies. Which specific ones? Like,
Oh, the monsters that I just mentioned.
oh, okay.
I will try to. If someone will post a reminder and tag me in it, then I can post some links and pics. I'll do that. I don't want to make more work for Stacy.
Oh, please. Chance Speck says, has the pandemic affected your business?
Yeah. Yes. Silly. I'll take silly question for 200, Alex.
Justin Rudy says, I have a favor to ask. I plan on making it to a monster can sometime, but the most help I need is 2-part mask molds. My mold making skills really make or break everything I do. I can't seem to grasp it to a point where I'm comfortable in a mask turning out all the time. Would you be willing, if I came out there for maybe a not busy weekend and do a one-on-one mold with me? I'd pay for the materials and services, of course.
Yeah, of course. I do that kind of thing.
Realm says, okay, I get that. Chad Smith says, how soon do you think the DVD will be available?
I'm shooting for mid-August.
After training video?
Yeah.
Craig says, that me applied to the Sylvie's Facebook group. Botched the heat gun question. Hope I still get a passable grade. We'll be alright. We'll get you.
This heat gun will probably kick on. I just killed the breaker. I forgot I plugged it in the AC again. I may have just turned that heater on.
Okay. Oh, it smells like it.
Breakers, gotta love them.
The only vampire says, hi, love your videos.
Are you sure you're the only vampire? Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the videos.
Chance Speck says, do you guys make money off your YouTube channel? Is it big enough?
Yes, I make a little bit of money off the YouTube channel. I'm trying to make more. That's why Jacob is here.
Ezekiel says, if you need some free audio for your DVD, you know where to find me.
Hooray!
Thomas K says, you should name that skull mask Oh Dear.
Naming will happen later.
Steve Bishop says, thumbs up button, guys and gals. Nope, that's not for you. The only vampire says, the name comes from a book I'm writing.
Oh, awesome.
Chance Speck says, does Jacob do tech stuff?
Yes.
Yes, he does. If you saw the earlier stream, which was a minor failure, then you would see that we had multiple cameras set up and those kind of things. The failure is on my end. It's either my laptop or my Wi-Fi. I think it's the laptop is my guess.
Chad Smith says, how's the Amazon affiliate coming along?
Oh, it's a project I'm doing in my massive spare time. And if you keep track of what I do, then you'll realize how much massive spare time I actually have.
Is it still on? Or no?
The fan's
No.
running with the heating on it.
Okay. Chance Speck says, oh, you did, that's so cool.
I did what?
Have the multiple screens and stuff.
Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're trying.
Progress.
I'm happy with how it went.
Oh, okay. 1980 says YouTube is having server issues. Multiple channels are affected.
Okay.
So feel less bad. Welcome back, Scott Creighton. Forward Beauty says, how hard is it to become the Amazon affiliate?
It's not hard. What it is now is the time of me going in and setting links and stuff to every product that I recommend. So the other part is set up. I just haven't done my part.
The Harry BC says, Jacob, do you think it'd be worth running a hard line to the workshop and just bypass the Wi-Fi?
We have a hard line. We're on a hard line.
Chance Speck said you should maybe get a microphone so we can hear you better.
We have a microphone. There's a microphone right above my head.
I think right now it may be difficult because you're running the oven.
Right now, I'm running an oven, which I guess I could turn off. So that's why you can't hear me. Before, in the other live stream, there was a microphone mounted here, which is actually a pretty nice microphone. I was very impressed with that video you sent me, Jacob.
Steve Bishop says that it's not Jacob's fault.
I don't think it's Jacob's fault. Jacob is actually pretty awesome, and I really appreciate his help.
1980 says penguin umbrella, which is what that looks like.
Too domey for that. I'm with you. His was more like a third of a circle, not a half a circle.
We
Rob
also
O'Brien
have
says your audio has been great. And
30.
Chan Spec says, so cool, I can hear you way better now.
Yes, that's because there was an oven on. I keep blasting.
Ezekiel says, is it just coincidence that Rob is there? LOL, sorry, bud.
I haven't touched any of the electronics.
Chad Smith said, I thought everything was Rob's fault.
My ex-wife would agree with me.
That does resemble paint. If you had scallops on the edges, it would very much look like Penguin's umbrella.
Oh, well, it's half a ball, so. Yeah, half a beach ball.
I look at it and see a snowman.
Yeah. Rodney Pope says, does Jacob have a full-time job doing tech stuff?
I think Jacob's unemployed, and that's why I can afford him.
Harry B says, plant monster, feed me, Seymour.
Raiden wins.
Wait.
What?
Whoop, keep it there,
Raiden wins.
I get a little bit of that Nutcracker sweep.
Like a little mushroom guy
Yeah.
in Fantasia.
That's the one.
Okay. So let's put together the second half.
There we go.
It's getting exciting now. Now we're really getting into it.
Masato says, it's a huge dome.
It is. It's going to be nice. I can cut the shoulder bits out. You're going to cut my shoulder bits.
Find this.
Except
First
just
one
say
of these
yes.
days. 1980 says there's a Doctor Who alien that closely resembles Rob's mask.
There it is.
Rob, why don't you grab the camera and give them a close-up of what you're doing.
Scott Creighton asks, is Jacob the Dark Hour tech?
Jacob, he helped a lot of the filming at Dark Hour. And do you want to answer for yourself, or you would like for me to speak for you? You can carry on. You finish where I left off.
Basically, I do help out with a lot of the filming and photography shoots for anything like that high. I do also have another techie job with a hockey team that's located in Texas. Allen Americans, I don't know if you've heard of them. But I do that, and then I help out with a little bit of the photo shoots, video shoots, anything like that. And anything else like that?
So that's the skull I'm working on. Yes, it is very much Mass from Pink Floyd, or any other analogies you want to make. I'm currently sharpening up all the edges, and then going in, we'll be doing some detail, basically cracks in the skull, things of that nature.
Rodney asks, since you're not full-time employed somewhere, you said I may need to talk to him. Rodney, drop a note in the Creepers Crew.
Rodney does a lot of that kind of camera installs, those kind of things. That's my understanding. I might be wrong.
Ezekiel says Jacob's getting paid in Tim Tams and Crispy Cookies.
That's right. That's right.
Craig said, finally got a hold of unemployment today. What a freaking relief.
Woo!
Hooray.
I understand those fees.
Oh, Horror Beauty says, wow, you're really going big and then go home.
I ain't messing around.
Ooh,
my
Shannon's
secret.
mad at Masato tonight.
Why did she time him out?
I don't know. Chance Beck says Jacob's getting paid in horror masks.
I bet that was an accident. Honey, did you mean to time out Masato?
Like I had it to.
1980 says the silence. Robert Russ says the ood. It does kind of look ood-ish. And you know, it does look a little bit like the silence as well. Steve Bishop says, wait, he's getting paid? It's not working.
Don't judge me.
Chance Beck says there's a lagging and a glitch. Does anybody else have it?
That's you. Unless it's not you.
What?
What?
Okay, so first off, sorry Masato, I just tuned in, my finger slipped on the screen. Did not mean to hide your post. Gray Hawkins says it kind of looks like a Plague Doctor Mask. 1980 says the tension between Jacob and Stacy is so obvious. Okay, awkward. Yes, we're our torrid affair. We can't.
I think they're all fighting over the good stool.
Yeah, that's right. Hello, comrades. Matcha Art says would make a great Juggernaut helmet. Also, there are alternatives to Super Chat that won't take 30% from you.
I will get there. Yes, we will get there.
Okay.
Justin Rudy says, one more quick question. My last couple of masks I painted, I used cheap apple barrel acrylic mixed with the 1/3 ratio, and it worked fine. What is the difference in higher end acrylics like Bloodline and indoor house paint method you use? Is it just better pigment?
No, it's how finely it's ground. If you want to run it through an airbrush, the pigment in latex paint is actually ground finer than the pigment in like the apple barrel paints. The apple barrel paints are kind of bottom of the barrel, no pun intended, paints because they don't grind the pigments very fine. So there's big chunks of pigment in there. And depending upon the paint, that can also be a mineral that your latex will latch onto and cause clogs. So that will clog up a lot faster than either a high-end acrylic, like a golden liquid flow acrylics, or a latex house paint, which latex house paint has stuff in it already to make it flow through a paint sprayer better, because they know that a lot of their market is professional house painters who use a sprayer.
Scott Green says, Alan, you just went Matrix on it, or you might just be deceptively quick.
How I roll. I'm fast for my size.
Poor Shan. I didn't even know how I did that. Rodney Pope says, we do a lot of programming on access control, fire alarms, security cameras, etc. We do a lot of cabling for the same.
Yeah.
Rude Newman says, okay, I'm back. Rodney Pope says, please don't time me out, Shannon. And y'all, if we have some glitchiness, apparently YouTube is having some issues tonight, so bear with us.
It might not even be us.
Might not even be us.
I'm still going to probably blame Jacob.
Yeah.
712 says, whoa, I watched these videos like 8 years ago. I guess this stream answers my questions about you still being here.
Hi. I've been around a while.
Well, welcome back, 712.
Yeah, I've been around a while.
Steve Bishop says it shows Shannon's always watching you, Alan.
She is. There's no escape.
Have you met him? She has to.
There's no escape.
Masato says, haha, I know it was on purpose.
Escape.
Welcome back, Masato. Ezekiel says, down under working fine. If it's working for me, just saying. Rodney Pope says, my video is great on this end. Thank you, Rodney. $70 folks watching.
See what that would do it. Want to go see how many reports are getting.
Do the deed.
Go see how bad YouTube is doing.
He's going to go check and see how many reports about YouTube being down are currently happening.
Okay.
We're going to go use his LTE service instead of hopping on the Wi-Fi.
While I'm waiting, I can butter up the next batch.
Scott Crane says it's YouTube Wednesday, 7/12.
So what I'm doing is, obviously, I had to do some math to find out the size of these wedges. And I now know that I can go smaller if I want to make a proper diving helmet. But I decided to go all Big Daddy with this one. I just think that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think putting the boots on there is a really good idea.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Arm candy, each arm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The big diving helmet with lights. I think that'll be nice.
Ezekiel says, Alan, are you making the Death Star as a helmet?
Kind of. Look up Big Daddy from BioShock. I'm not making that exactly, but that is certainly an inspiration.
Steve Bishop says, but only 25 thumbs up. Come on, peeps.
It's probably a pretty good ratio.
We're now at 32 from views there. Scott Creighton says, dark helmet from Spaceballs.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Rob, we're
Loads.
live, and I have to tell them that we're not going to use foul language.
I'm sorry. I forget movie quotes aren't acceptable.
Movie quotes are fine, you butthead. It's the a-hole that we said that's not allowed.
Steven Scott says, love Big Daddy. Justin Rudy says, Rob Sculpt looks a lot like the Reaper from the video game Overwatch.
I can see that.
Ezekiel says, damn it, Rob. Hey, it wasn't me this time. You have to put it on and say, I hate yogurt. Especially with strawberry.
Lone Star.
I haven't seen Spaceballs since it came out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
love Spaceballs.
That's not like my kind of humor, and it's, yeah.
Steve Bishop says, $1 in the cuss jar.
What?
$1 in the cuss
Yeah.
jar. And if he charged me $1 for every curse,
I would have a lot of
I
dollars.
would be paying you to work here
Yeah,
and
I
not
would have
vice
so many
versa.
dollars. I would have all of the dollars.
All of the dollars. Larry says, Stacy, you should know you're in the clear when Rob is in the shop.
Okay, so I'm getting to be very excited about this film.
You know what? You could also put your baby Yoda in that.
Yeah, it's also a Baby Yoda bassinet, everybody. Baby Yoda bassinet right here. It's about the right size.
Ezekiel says, Spaceballs is one of the movies you watch once a year as an event. Yes. Steve Bishop says, you can pay Jacob then. Shenanigans. I'm gonna have to clean up my language, puppy.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs. Oh yeah, no, that's kind of her jam.
I just saw the
Getting
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Boris this time. Boris is the cool dog. You are all dry. You get to roll on my feet.
Guys, I'll be done with the oven here shortly.
He likes you. You are very good.
I like that tonight's project for me isn't sculpting. I love sculpting, but it's nice to do a EVA foam build and let you guys kind of see that from scratch in a couple hours, you know?
Matcha Art says it's a perfect pack band. Ezekiel says, I'd go broke in there if you had a swear jar.
I believe that you would, sir. I believe that you would.
Shannon apologized to Masato and said, don't stop drawing. And he said, I won't. Can't stop the signal.
He's going to draw himself in jail.
Put you in the timeout
He's in the
corner.
YouTube jail.
You're in the boo box.
In the boo box. Not the boo box. I feel like unsurprisingly, or I feel like to the absolute shock of no one, Hook is one of my very favorite movies. Like,
I say by hook or by crook I will all the time.
yeah.
There you are, Peter.
Yeah. The mermaids in that movie, wow.
Screw it.
Steve Bishop says, I was wondering, Alan, for the deer antlers. Cracked me in the head. My brain protected me. Steve Bishop says, I was wondering, Alan, for the deer antlers, would your technique work with the nail glue?
pups. Come on.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Sure will. Hey, they're fine inside.
No, I'm just.
Rue Newman says, Bangarang! Yeah! Bangarang, Rufio! Bangarang!
Rufio!
Justin Rudy says, have you had a chance to have your movie or TV night? If so, what did you see?
We watched 2 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows on Thursday. And so tomorrow I'll be watching some TV again.
Yeah, that'll be that day.
Yeah? That's pretty rare for you.
He's earned it. The Harry Beastie says, Australians and
Probably should do
Scots,
some raking to
swearing
get
is
this
just
smoothed out.
punctuation.
Yeah,
But I was trying to get this.
yeah, kind of try and rake all these guys to get those lumps and stuff out of there.
Scott Creighton asked, Alan, did you cut a beveled edge on those pieces of EVA?
No, because I cut them. If I did a beveled edge, then they would come together at a sharp point, or they would come together at a concave. I want them to meet flat, so I cut flat.
Ross Richards says, I think that was Glenn Close who went into the blue box. I believe it was.
It was.
An uncredited cameo of Glenn Close is the pirate that gets put into the blue box.
It is.
1980 says they canceled Vagrant Queen.
What's that?
I don't know.
Is that a haunt?
Sarah Sunshine says, we love What We Do in the Shadows. Such an underrated show. Steve Bishop says, shoot, I say hell and wife tells me to stop cussing.
I'm not a huge cusser. I'm cussing more. I'm trying to get better.
I'm having a positive influence on him in that regard.
Yeah, it took you to do it. Me, 2 years. He was like,
Well,
stop,
you know,
stop,
you
stop.
loosened the lid for me. Halloween Barbara says that is the best campy show ever, What We Do in the Shadows. Yes. Bunch of bloody werewolves.
Ooh, werewolves, not swear.
I have a patch on my jacket that says "Swearwolves for life."
Yeah, you
1980s, the sci-fi show that used a lot of practical effects was Vagrant Queen.
Babylon 5.
Very-
Oh, sorry.
Ezekiel says 3 days with me in Monster Camp. I'll get you up to speed, Mr. Hops.
Ezekiel, you need to come to a monster camp.
They're gonna make sure you're well curse educated.
I'd love to see you at a
Dirty-
Let's wait till he's not just penalized for just coming into Texas.
Right. Dirty B says, I know you answered this all night, but what are you making, Alan? Great YouTube Wednesday, by the way.
I am making a giant diving helmet a la Big Daddy.
Justin Rudy asks, is Rob's sculpt from your to-do list, or is this a personal mask of his?
Rob's sculpt is not from my to-do list.
Because if I'd had a vote, I would have done Mum
But since I want to do Mun Ra, he's not allowed.
Halloween Barbara. No, you're not. What? She says, Bioshock. Good choice. Boo Shock. Technically. I'm pretty sure she means Bioshock.
That was a really enjoyable game.
Your face is an enjoyable game.
Also, I think there is... Okay, I was going to say, I think there's Velcro too, but... Thank you, Scott Colehart, for dropping a picture of Big Daddy.
Hooray.
Ezekiel says Cobwebs put a curse from Mumra on the class. 1980 says Alan sculpting Lord Helmet.
Dark Helmet, I think you mean? Is that his name? Dark Helmet?
Lisa Arndt says half of that helmet would make a great Scooby-Doo villain, the Laughing Skull Alien.
Okay.
Every time I try to do Scooby-Doo something.
Tell you what, I like this size. Like, this is a good size.
John C says no cussing all month, then a full moon and Alan is the swearwolf.
My God, now I want to make a swearwolf.
I saw some, like, makeup artist designs for the werewolves in that show. They look great.
Oh yeah. 1980 says Dolly Parton costume.
I bet he did.
Here's the smirch Dolly.
Yeah, we're not on that. You gotta go ahead and unplug.
Sure.
Where you going?
No, I'm just unplugging USB from your computer. That will not interrupt the stream.
Were you not able to click it on there with that big one?
It's just gonna port it over.
No. Would it not open up?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
It's not open.
You want me to swap ports for
How thick
No.
do you need?
Because I'm not trying to. It's still interfering with the small. It's just not.
You can make it bigger and then type it around it.
I'm gonna control and
Yeah.
So,
You just squeeze it.
Those not sharp
do a visual reference? Okay, when I say sharpen, I mean bring it into focus, not make physically sharper like ridges. So bring it more into focus because you're a little muddy and it looks like it's made out of dough. Work on it so it looks like it's made out of bone as it is in skull.
Ezekiel says, waiting for the breast pun for the Dolly Parton costume. 1980 says, that's no moon.
That's no moon.
Sarah Sunshine says, no, it's Baby Yoda's bassinet he's making. Happen and Mojo says, it's the Juggernaut.
Yeah, there's a word on the end of that we don't say.
I did not.
You didn't say it,
I
that's
was
right.
being good.
So
Steve
we
Bishop.
all
We
thought.
did all think it. Steve Bishop says, I have to say it will be funny as heck, Alan in the helmet and boots.
Okay. That's okay.
And you should really have visual reference out now. Good.
Several.
Craig says, this is Texas. Surely you have a couple closets full of skulls you could reference.
Not in my house. Mine don't have to go into work.
Lisa Arendt says, did you pour steam for us, Stacy?
We have not. We got it cleaned out today.
You still gotta hit him with the pressure washer.
Yeah.
Ezekiel says, oh my, that has to be done before you shut down tonight. Dwarf spaceman dance.
Well, I'm waiting on these pieces to dry to get together, and now I'm going to work on eye ports.
John C. says, in the Graz, Austria, campus parade, there's a werewolf. And do you ever wear a giant bell like they did?
Of course, we wear a giant bell.
Why would there be a werewolf in a campus walk?
I don't know if y'all could hear him say that, but he said Christmas and werewolves are very strongly tied together.
They are, actually. First time he told me that, I was like, what? And I went and researched it, and it turns out he's right.
Here. Hello, boys. Good boy. Yes.
I feel like I'm going to finish my skull monster.
Yes. 1980 says next YouTube Wednesday, how to make an EVA beach ball. At least it wasn't a pun.
That's true.
Take what you can get.
I've already taught folks how to make an EVA beach ball.
Show me
Just
what
now.
you got.
Halloween Barber says, are the two builds related? The mask and what the bowl thing is?
No, I'm making a old-fashioned giant diving helmet, and Rob is making a deer skull mask. So there.
Halloween Barbara, if you're new here, Wednesdays we have been doing a thing where we have a list of sculpts that we need to get made. And so the group of people in the comments help us select them from a list. And there's kind of a lottery style procedure.
And guest actors come in.
Yeah, and then guest sculptors come in and help sculpt. Lisa Arendt says, Rob with the Rick and Morty reference. Hard eyes. Halloween Barber says, never would have suspected this. Justin Rudy says, is that the three-eyed goat background?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
He back there being all goated.
Halloween Barber says, not new, just late to the game tonight. Word.
I'm knocking out some strips. I'm cutting out some strips so that I have them for building.
1980 says, Rob is sculpting an anteater. Goblins with Candlestick says, second go around tonight?
Yes, we ended up, we had some connectivity issues, and that caused us to drop the stream. We took turns punching Jacob, and then we turned it all back on.
Oh, those.
Okay, only I punched Jacob, but still.
Scott Creighton says, Mum Ron in the house.
What's important to know is that someone punched Jacob.
There's so much abuse.
And we're probably gonna go till 10:30 tonight, if that's okay with you, Rob?
Yeah.
Steve Bishop says you should do one of the goat masks, like the goat that someone posted on the Creepers page with the 4 horns. Creepy and awesome. That is
we're-
the mask.
Yeah, we're working on that.
It's the reason for the goatee season.
Yeah. I'm only doing the 3-eyed goat to practice for the 4-horned goat and a Yule goat.
You'll go.
Yeah, still Yule goat.
Tell me more.
Like we had in March.
Yeah,
We had a
Mashra.
pretty sweet Yule goat at dark hour in March.
Yeah.
we do.
Mashra says that's going to be an awesome Big Daddy type character, and it looks like a great way to make giant pumpkins.
It could be. In that case, I would cut on a bevel so that when you put it together, it was more bumpy. You know, you could do that. And I have a plan for that, to do it out of upholstery foam that I'm going to do coming up. It's easier to work with and it goes together faster.
Creighton says, watch out, Jacob. Alan usually punches bears, alligators, etc.
Monks.
One time.
That means that Jacob must be a badass because you wouldn't punch him otherwise.
That's right.
Cobwebs the Candlestick says the deer skull is really coming along. Looks good, damn it, Rob.
Thanks.
Justin Rudy says, what's the biggest horns you've ever made for a mask?
Uh,
Big ones.
each horn was 5 foot. Each horn was 5 foot long. Had to go disassemble, and they had to put the horns on again when they got it to them. Because I went to ship it the first time, and it was over $400.
Dang good. He says, devil? Question mark? For the 5 foot horns.
Krampus.
Go fig.
Steve Bishop says Texas Longhorn mask. Scott Creighton asked, was it for a still character?
No, it wasn't. I don't know what would have made it that big for a still character, just for balance and stuff. Are you telling me I didn't paint that? I didn't paint this.
Scratch that itch.
I did paint it. Some of it has contacts in it. I painted half of it. I am your friend, not your smart friend.
Bella, you better tell him. There you go.
There we go.
Cobweb of Candlestick says, damn, you're making a cauldron?
I'm actually making. It's going to be a big boy. It's going to be a big diving helmet.
Yeah, that is going to be a big boy. Beefy. That's a beefy baby.
So I recently introduced my roommates to Twilight Zone, the movie,
Nice.
Blazing Saddles. He had never seen them. He's 28, so
What's wrong with it?
Cobweb says, could be an umbrella too.
Yes, we've gotten the umbrella reference already.
Hey, no biting. No biting.
There's an improv game that you play on stage sometimes. If you're an improv troupe, I guess. That you have, just different things, and you pass the thing back and forth until you can run out of an improv thing to do with it. And one of these big half spears would be fun for that. I kind of feel like I'm making an R2D2.
Yeah. Cobweb says, man, that gives me an idea. Hey, stop. 1980 says it could be part of a Karen costume.
Could be, I guess.
Steve Bishop says, are you doing all the accessories for the helmet with EVA?
Yes.
Chad Smith says, a giant Halloween Easter egg. Fill it with creepy stuff. I mean, technically, we are going to fill it with creepy stuff.
Yeah, I'll be inside.
Yeah. Scott Creighton says, did you have a pattern to make that helmet appears perfectly round?
No. Well, no. I mean, didn't you guys just watch me make it? Maybe Scott wasn't here. I made this in front of you.
Justin Rudy says, any finished hammerheads yet? Was an official name given to that mask yet?
Hammer Time is the official name. No official masks are finished. No one has purchased a Hammer Time, so I'm not in a rush to get one done. I would love to get one done, but right now it's not in my cards because I'm getting orders finished for people who have ordered things from me.
1980 says, do you want to build a snowman?
How about it, Rue? You want to build a snowman?
Scott Creighton says, I wasn't here at the beginning. Poison Sumac says, put a working propeller for a giant beanie hat.
Yeah, giant beanie hat is fine. Yes. Rob. We've decided.
we had decided.
Rue says, I still owe you a snowman.
Come on. Snowman up, sucker.
I am a little sad that the thing I was looking forward to almost the most at Transworld this year was going to be Tony and the Snowman.
Well, it's coming. It's coming.
I was excited for that too.
Yeah.
Was it
Probably
you?
wasn't going to be you.
I had a pretty good routine in that snowman.
He's so light, he could just like pick his feet up and float. Like,
It's wonderful for getting scares. Because first, there's nothing that gives away that you're human when you're wearing it. And second, it's a snowman. You know what I mean? At a haunt convention.
I got some great scares with it for sure. Had a lot of fun in it when I wasn't, you know.
Probably August. I'm going to start doubling down on the Christmas stuff. But I think
Yay.
the odds of haunts opening for that are higher than Halloween.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
1980 said if you had a squirrel costume, that could be a giant nut.
Yes. What was that? Scrat from Ice Age?
Yeah.
You got it.
You just reused your hammer time, man.
Oh, that's a sloth. Yeah.
Yeah, fur him out. Dan McCorson says, I need a deer head attached to its cape, so essentially a headdress with the hide for our trapper named Skinner.
Awesome. Yeah. I have an EVA foam deer skull pattern too, actually. And that's what I normally do those with. I have a trapper character named Skinner who wears a coonskin hat.
Horror Beauty says, Doggy WrestleMania in the background.
That's how they roll.
Halloween Barbers, will you sell shirts again at the Texas Convention?
Yes.
Steve Bishop says on your live Facebook yesterday, you were talking about, I think it was Midwest Hunters or Texas Hunters, not sure, but is it still going on, not canceled?
So far, yes.
And it's Texas Hunters.
It's the only one.
It is the only one.
I will be teaching there. Alan, are you teaching there?
No.
I will be on a panel there, or leading a panel with Linnell for What Women Do in Haunting.
Nice.
Chad Smith says, do you say you have a deer skull foam pattern?
I do.
1980 says, I have a deer hide in my freezer.
Delicious. They get chewy.
Halloween Barber says, we're all going to the convention.
Okay, awesome.
Y'all be safe.
Yeah. Enjoy the petri dish that is Texas.
Make them still these masks.
We should. Actually, I think we should.
Chad Smith says, how much to buy a copy of the pattern?
Well, I mean, it's not an electronic pattern, so I'd have to like mail you one.
Rue Newman says, I'll have a booth there too.
Yeah. Tell them about your booth, Rue.
Scott Creighton says, what are your panel topics, Stacy? The panel that we're doing is women who haunt, what women do. And so it's a panel of a pretty diverse collection of women in the haunting industry who are going to talk about what our lives are like currently in the industry and all sorts of stuff. Chad Smith says, could I get one when I come down?
Yeah.
Steve Bishop says, where is it going to be? Texas Haunters is going to be at the Mesquite Convention Center.
Yeah.
And I believe it's just TexasHauntersConvention.com. But there's some more details on the convention center and the hotel and all that jazz. Rodney Pope says, can't wait to see one of Rue's gargoyles. Same. 1980 says, any thoughts on how you construct the lock handles for the helmet?
Yes, hairbrushes from the dollar store. Their handles, and then you build up a fake hinge out of EVA.
Nice. Dan McCorson says, I save a deer skull every year during deer hunting season, so I have skull antler props. Nice.
It would be also cool if you saved me some
Venison?
sausage or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
delicious.
send us some venison. Bruno Newman says, started making a new gargoyle yesterday, actually. Yes. Justin Rudy says, I know you do LED lights and masks. Have you ever installed any kind of sound-activated devices in anything?
Yep.
I have a Crypt Keeper prop, and I want to try to find a way for it to play recordings of his voice or theme song.
Go to VFX Creates, and they have a sound system called the Puppet Master and one called the Minion.
Steven Scott says, I'll be there after stone carving class.
Hooray.
1980 says, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Could be.
All in for James and the Giant Peach, maybe.
Anything you need that is round and awesome.
Alan is the great pumpkin.
That's
Fat Pumpkin Thunder.
That pumpkin thunder.
Yeah, I was wearing a pumpkin shirt as I normally do at dark hour, and I said, whenever you're ready for me, I'll come running like Fat Pump Thunder. So I was waiting on people to assemble.
And it's stuck. Had you called yourself that day the first dodgeball tournament?
1980 says, the Killer Tomato.
Could be, could be.
Time, the Killer Tomato.
Tomatoes.
I did enjoy that cartoon, I'm not gonna lie.
Cartoon.
You were the one.
Yep, it was me.
Cartoon.
Yeah, there was a package on there from cartoon.
Yeah, it was cute. I liked it.
Rob, I want you to fill in a lot of clay around the eyes, and then give that a meaty texture. And also give a meaty texture under here to everything that isn't skull.
Yeah.
Meaty.
Steve Bishop says
Meaty.
a giant sand
Meat.
head. from Trick or Treat.
Muscle.
Yes.
Because what is it? It's not more bone, and right now it has the same texture.
I wasn't sure if we were going to cut it off there.
No.
Flush for fantasy.
Flesh, flesh.
Halloween Barbara says, yes, giant Sam.
I make so many sand masks, and I take the cauldrons and I cut them out and I cover them in burlap so you can see out of them.
Rachel Powell says, and I just see the more mundane. I see a beach ball.
That's because your imaginator is broken. You gotta get in there and get that thing tweaked.
Scott Colehart, you are an awesome moderator, and thank you for hanging out and doing stuff, even when you have to step away.
Even when what?
Rachel Powell says, I'm fading fast tonight for sure.
Amateur, quitter, how dare you?
Steve Bishop says, not a gumball? 1980 says, when you go to your Italian friend's grandmother's for Sunday dinner, who wants meatballs?
Yeah, that's no lie.
Scott Creighton says, what were the voice FX?
VFX Creates. VFX Creates is the company name. They have one setup called the Puppet Master and one setup called the Minion.
That's the link he's looking for, Scott Colehart. Christopher Lazat says you could make some Navy ship mines.
You could. I mean, this actually it came together pretty quick, considering I had no pattern and I had to make it up from scratch. So,
Harry Beastie said it would make a marvelous sea mine. Rachel Powell says paint it white with multicolored speckles. Jawbreaker.
my mouth hurts just looking at that. I had $1.
Holly Barbara says, I know it can't be, but I may use this later for a Death Star or something.
Despacito.
That's no movie.
See? Chad Smith says, yeah, it's starting to kind of look like those underwater mines. Justin Rudy says it could be used for an alien craft or a pod crash site also. Dig a hole with a fog machine or something with some green slime around the area. Steve Bishop says a giant cherry. 1980 says TikTok from Return to Oz.
Haha! Nice reference.
Dan McCorson says, my buddy and I want to come down and visit in the near future, so I'll pack some whitetail meat for you. Ooh. My buddy wants to buy a fifth wheel car hauler, and it's located somewhere in Texas.
Sweet. Okay, so Texas is big. It may not be anywhere
I was
near
going to say,
us.
like, confirm.
Many people underestimate the size of Texas. It is a large one.
It's
The,
quite big.
the DFW Metroplex is larger than Rhode Island.
The DFW airport is larger than the island of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Just for the airport.
It's 895 miles from Brownsville to Louisiana.
Ross Richard says looks like a big Christmas bell.
Okay.
That actually would be fun for the Christmas show. Have giant bells like that. Ezekiel says, Texas is tiny.
It is.
Dan McCorson says
Compared
road
to
trip.
the country continent that is Australia.
Right? Dan McCorson says road trip may be planned. Rue Newman says, ooh, TikTok. Chad Smith says, I'm looking forward to this build, to following this build. Right now I'm slightly confused. 1980 says, that's one big bell. Howling Barbara says, can you share the room it will be used in or the century it should be?
Well, there's a picture of Big Daddy from BioShock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you can see what it looks like. It'll be used underwater.
Do you know where you're thinking of?
Pantry.
This particular pantry? Oh, okay.
Pantry. Yeah, where the big Krampus puppet normally is.
Uh-huh.
People come out and buy and through there.
What's that going to be turned into? Is it still going to be pantry?
Well, it'll be a watchery.
Nice.
Depends how much time we have, I'll be
Yeah,
honest
I guess
with
it
you.
depends how much time
It
we
all
have.
depends on how much time
Let's
we
call
have.
it Davy Jones' locker and move on.
Ezekiel says Texas fits in our state 5 times.
Yep.
Lol.
Yes, but our population density is much higher than yours.
And in fairness, like a third of that is things that want to kill you. So, like,
Right?
Some days that includes Ezekiel.
that's right.
I assure you, there's places in Texas where as many things want to kill you.
South Dallas.
Yeah.
1980 says those outside of the valley just don't know how big a 1015 is. Chad Smith says, how are you simulating water? Will you be using fire and ice lights in a blue hue?
We have they're called H2O lights. They're oil lights. We've got a bunch of those. We also do a lot of projection at dark hour. And we plan on having one heck of a soundtrack. I actually got to do a sound walkthrough the other day. It was very exciting.
Aw.
Ezekiel says more people in Texas than our whole country.
That's right.
Yeah.
Steve Bishop says, that's a country, not a state, Ezekiel. Thomas Taylor says, dude, you look like a power lifter.
What?
When I'm lifting up the giant ball,
I guess. Dan McCorson says, I'll find out where the factory is located.
Actually go outside, guys. You're not investigate from the dog door because you love air conditioning.
It's a muscle.
Rachel Powell says you can put 7 Indianas in the state of Texas.
Uncle Frank, skinless.
Yeah, I get it. So, I could just put things on.
No, you have to change the texture.
Well, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm looking.
1980 says a little Loctite, and that could be a boulder.
It could be. Could be.
1980 says Temple of Doom.
There's so many other ways that I could make a rock. That would take way less than 2 hours.
Ooh.
Would it be perfectly round like the boulder from Temple of Doom?
Yeah. Hand carved.
Okay,
I do kind of want a bowl for dogs now. Justin Rudy says, thinking about replacing that toothy-eared sculpt with pumpkin teeth. My sculpted teeth are thin and close together. Pumpkin teeth might make it a less of a hassle in the long run. Not a bad plan, Justin. Pumpkin
Yeah, I
ears
don't think
are
that's a bad idea.
downright convenient.
And now push that out.
You want it? That's it? You don't want me to put the vines on?
You do that on top,
Yeah, that's what.
but you're nowhere near ready for that. Yours not there.
Holly and Barbara says, no kidding, on the rock.
Yeah, I would just take about 12 cans of Loctite and a gun. Tape them together.
Spray.
And just shoot until they all come up. You have a nice organic rock, and then hit it with a garden hose.
Yeah. And this is why we're not allowed to be unsupervised. 1980 says, how to put eyes in a skull socket. Steve Bishop says, great way for a lightweight giant spider body. I usually use spray foam, but
Yeah, I might go this route instead.
Dan McCorson said it'd be cool to meet you guys and maybe see a vaccines tour of Dark Hour.
Sure, come on.
You can tell we love what we do.
That is true. And 1980 says, if that's the olive, imagine the martini.
Oh. Hurts every time I run it across my hand. Whoa, painful.
But I didn't know.
Chad Smith says that sculpt could also be used as an alien or insect.
That's possible.
Bye-bye.
The key to this sculpture is going to be, for this piece, is all of the bolts and rivets that are going to go on it after.
Ezekiel says prawn head too. 1980 says reminds me of that game with the Velcro paddles. Remember that? Where like you had the like catcher's mitts that were Velcro and the ball kind of looked like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
I knew what you were talking about in 1980.
That makes sense in a 1980 kind of way.
Let's get some lawn darts going.
People watching.
This is going to come together actually pretty quick. Once I'm getting the ribs and stuff on the outside, so that I'm getting the ribs on the outside and such for structural support. Then I can just start decorating. I can go ham on the decorating. I don't know where the phrase "go ham" came from, but I'm not opposed because of how much I love ham.
Where was I today? Oh, it was at CVS, and they had a little tiny, like, tinned ham in their food aisle. I was like, oh, baby ham. 1980 says, I have a set of original lawn dorks. Came with the house.
Nice.
Halloween Barber says, I know I missed earlier, but could you tell me what product you're using to make this?
This is EVA foam. This is floor mats that they sell at Harbor Freight. It's a wonderful product that you can make darn near anything out of. EVA foam.
Good night, Horror Beauty.
Good night, Horror Beauty.
Tommy Toomey says, I remember that Predator type made out of that clown paper towels and PVA mats.
Yeah, I did make one of those, didn't I?
Joanne Crowley says, with a little modifying, you make a lightweight flying saucer.
Could be.
Scott Goldhart says, FYI, it's 10:25 Central Standard Time.
We might go a little later tonight if you guys are all okay. I'm on a roll. I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Lisa Arndt says, how will you do the lens? Screen?
I will do screen. You probably won't see screen tonight because I'm going to laser cut it. And I'm going to do a bunch of little rings, more like Big Daddy has, as opposed to one big window like a lot of diving suits have. So once you go in the deep suits, they do have little windows because glass just doesn't hold that kind of pressure very well.
Thank you, Scott Goldhart, for the EVA foam link. Oh no, that didn't make a good noise.
The good ones already rattle.
Steven Scott says, I'm good till midnight, then I go home.
You're not. You know it's bad when they start shooting fire.
Yeah. Halloween Barber says, yay, Harbor Freight. Thanks, I needed some options for this year.
Bad or it's good when we start shooting. Anybody remember the kids' cartoon Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future?
With the gun? With the
Yeah,
gun?
and
Yeah.
you could shoot things on this TV screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a tank character in that who I'm kind of reminded of when I'm working on this.
1980 says, I thought of turning one of those giant cheese ball jars into a diving helmet.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And Enigma asked at one point in time something about a screen and a lens. And I'm looking at, there's a lot of food containers that would work that are that shape.
1980, words. 1980 says, yep, I have the black jet.
Oh, yeah, I had that one.
It didn't last very long though, but I played the hell out of it.
Yeah, I had the black one too. Was it like Overlord or Lord Dread? Something very cliche was the main villain's name.
Dan McCorson says, you said you have a haunt museum. Do you want 2 older masks I have? I'll donate them.
I don't have a haunt museum. I have a monster museum
At a Renaissance fair.
at a Renaissance festival.
But that doesn't mean we don't like scaring children there too.
I'm
kidding.
Why aren't you using the masks that you have? Do I run the risk? Do I have eye holes before I try it on?
Try it on first.
And then I make it fit to where the eye holes are? Or,
I think you
you're right. I should put it on.
Yeah. Especially if it's going to come down over your shoulders. Like, you're going to need to cut a bigger ooh. Ezekiel says, get high, try it on.
I'm all over it.
1980 says, yeah, it was super expensive to film and the toy line was not a huge success. Halloween Barbara says, I do think it's a Krampus sleigh bell too.
It is round and composed of many attached parts.
See that?
So meaty.
So mean.
1980 says, there was a lot of backlash over the violent TV for kids.
Love violent TV for kids.
Did they not watch G.I. Joe and He-Man?
G.I. Joe didn't have any violence, thank you very much. Nor did He-Man. He only killed robots. Can one of you guys man the camera?
Papa.
Because I can't see anything. Ah.
I thought that was going to go way further over your chest. Holly Barber says, eyeballs, mind blown.
Anybody see my dog Snoopy?
Let's do it, Charlie
Is
Brown.
this the Gimp Charlie Brown? Like, you are your own pop figurine. Where's Masato? Masato!
Where's the boots?
Tommy too says, ha 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 ha. Steve Bishop says, oh, but play Grand Theft Auto. Lisa Arndt says, now we need the boots. 1986, he looks like a DJ.
He looks like a DJ.
Yeah. Robert White says, the Great Pumpkin. Ezekiel says, he's so hammered in that.
It's actually not that bad. I've been in way worse.
Yes. We've all been in way worse.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, that was a great suggestion, Alan.
Oh, thanks.
I was at a loss for that spot. I was like, what am I gonna do there?
Papo says, Pillsbury Doughboy. 1980 says, the Scarecrow from Bob the Builder.
I've never seen that.
Joanne Crowley just says, laugh react.
I would pronounce. This is hashtag fervor
I was
cutting.
gonna say, don't just do a close-up of that vein, because
I'm not. Big baby.
I mean, you're gonna say we've come full circle, and we're gonna say
It was a side shot. It's asexual. It's both sides. What do you mean?
Pinshot says it's a bobblehead. I might even drop down a little further, but
I'm going to.
yeah,
But I don't want my shoulders have to stop.
yeah. I think you got another maybe 6 inches that you could go down that it'll still catch on your shoulders. 1980 says Alan looks like he's having a ball. Ezekiel says DJ, record player. Pat Mo says Mr. Bill. Oh no!
Y'all are old.
Chad Smith says it's DJ Mouse. Masato K says life-size pop figure.
All right.
Halloween
I'm
Barbara
gonna
says you are not putting eye holes in that.
I'm gonna smoke.
And 2.
Tommy Toomey says you got another 6 inches. John C says, would you wear a suspension headband or would it balance on a shoulder piece?
It's balancing on my actual shoulders.
1980 says, now I want a breakfast jack. Oh, kind of me too.
I always want a breakfast.
Yeah,
jack.
I agree.
That's my secret, Captain.
Pinshot says, now you have a really big head, but ask for else. Oh, that's nice.
I can come down a little further, I think.
Yeah, I think it's still a couple inches. It's getting a little distorted in shape in the front. It's coming down more like acorn shaped. You may have to cut off some of the, if you wanted to visually maintain round.
No.
No? Okay.
No, because I'm going to do a plate on this,
Oh,
too.
fair enough. It just says Funko Hops. Now you gotta draw it. Dan McCorson says there are wall hangers at this point. The distortion mask is in okay shape, but the other needs a little repair. The latter will die as a static prop if no one wants it.
Yeah, the Creature Reachers really had their day, you know. But I think that day is past.
Halloween Barbara says, okay, I'm completely at a loss on this.
Okay.
1980 says new video game character.
You'll have to look up who Big Daddy is, and you might understand a little more. That's nice.
Yeah.
I think that's where I want it pretty much.
Nice. Ezekiel says Big Daddy Hops. Robert White says try a Wendy's breakfastator. Halloween Barbara says it's just so freaking big for a mask than I could guess. Ezekiel says it looks like it's eating you.
Delicious.
Justin Rudy says don't let a skinny short person wear it. There'll be legs connected straight to a head. Oh my god, can you imagine Tony in that? He could tuck it like a roly-poly. Rob O'Brien says, well, that's effective. Dirty B says, in the game, the main one's name is Mr. Bubbles.
Wow, Mr. Buffalo.
Ezekiel says it's Pocket Hamburglar Boy.
What?
It looks a little like a Hamburglar. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Bishop says Stephen King Mangaloids. Scott Colhart says Pac-Man. Tony says stop giving him ideas. Honey, we're gonna make you a roly-poly. That's all there is to it.
They're crustaceans.
Rue says Marvin the Paranoid Android.
Was that an actual laugh, Rob?
Yeah.
That was. You should work on that. You should do that.
It was kind of a mildly amused, shocked laugh that someone referenced it.
Halloween Barbara says, okay, one of the two antagonists from The Purge. You sold out. Lisa
See?
says Pyramid Head's little brother.
I've never seen a reference of. I've never seen a Purge movie, so.
You're okay.
Halloween Barbara says, yikes. Ezekiel says Stacy and Tony will have matching costumes. Thomas R. says, wow, I've missed way too much. What a giant melon you have. From Badass Piranha Mask to what?
Yep. It's how we roll, homies.
Chad Smith says, when you put it on, I can really see the Bioshock look now.
Rob,
Yeah.
please go into the booth building and bring me 2 arm candy that are appropriate.
Shut that door, because he's a savage and he's born in the barn.
Rob hates air conditioning.
Rob hates air conditioning. Ezekiel says the shoes and arm candy will complete that look for sure.
Oh, it's gonna look killer.
I don't know if we have any full made up boots. Or we don't have any decorated out boots. We have made up boots.
But no, the rest of this, well, the arms get decorated up.
Do you want me to grab the?
A pair of Budos.
Yes.
Just the boot blanks.
Just the boot.
What I'm doing is I'm setting eye rings right now that I can just glue on real quick, and then I will cut them out. But this guy will be the main structure mostly realized this evening.
Justin asks, will it have a steampunk look?
A little bit. I mean, look at what old diving suits look like. Look at what Big Daddy looks like, and that's what it'll look like. It'll be brass. Put 'em up.
Ezekiel says, stand by, get in the comfy seat. Steve says, dwarf dance is coming.
It's
It
happening.
fits.
It's happening.
Alexa, countdown. 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I'm gonna show you what I got so far.
Dan McCorrison says, the creature reacher mask is okay, but the hands are very dry and crumbled.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Yeah.
So this is the biggest thing I've solved next to like frosted out of
It forgot you.
And now what I want you to do is I want you to pack in around these eyes, clay. Just bring it down to the eye, and then put the meat texture in here too.
1980 says phone died. Had to grab the tab.
Aren't you worried about vision?
About what?
Vision? We'll just cut it.
Currently, I can see 3/4 of their face through your eye holes. So I'm not worried about vision. Pull it down.
Pull it down.
And I have to get one more sheet of foam to do my...
One more shoot. Go celebrate. Alan also
Alan
hates air
doesn't like air
conditioning.
conditioning now.
Just so y'all know, he left the door wide open. Savage. Born in a barn.
See, now what's going to happen is I'm going to show y'all what Rob is doing, and then he's going to pop right back in.
That is how that goes. There she blows.
I used all the foam right there in that bag. I've used it all.
Nice. Ezekiel says next door neighbor's gonna see Alan in the pool with his costume in the raw.
Possible. Well, they wouldn't be able to tell it was me because my face is covered.
I can just like the boots, the arm candy, the thing, and nothing else.
Them boots, though.
The boots though. Oh my god. Scott Colhart says looking good, Rob.
Thanks.
It is looking good.
Sounds great.
I'm happily surprised.
Meaty flesh.
I was practicing for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
Because I do this type of
And you also got something in your wheelhouse, which is good.
Yes.
Yeah. You get skulls.
Yeah.
He wants your skulls.
I like them.
He needs your skulls. Chaz Smith, Shannon, I recognize that water buffalo.
Should we call the police? No, that's just Al.
Ezekiel yelling out Shannon, Shannon, like Ozzy Osbourne as he bomb dives. Bomb dives, is that Australian for a cannonball?
They're criminals. You can't trust them.
He's gonna say, what the heck's a cannonball?
That's what you.
1980 says that helmet belongs in Thunderdome.
Who's
Yeah.
The,
The
who's the
helmet
boss?
is Thunderdome.
Who's the boss of this town?
Ezekiel says, yeah, cannonball!
Was the Cranberries on stuff?
Cranberries?
I'm thinking about 5. Never mind.
I was gonna say,
Well,
is she
what-
Irish?
Liz
Like,
Fair.
Liz Fair is very American.
I'm trying to think of the band who did Cannonball.
Oh, same guy that does Cedar, right?
Seether.
L7?
Is that the name of the song? Seether?
Dan Corson says, time for bed. Good night, all.
Good night, guys.
Sleep
Dan.
well and dream of large women.
The Breeders, that's right.
The
Maybe
Breeders.
you shouldn't
Thank you,
say that.
Ezekiel and Big
What?
Monkey Fez.
What? So
This
perfectly
glass of
clean
drinking
movie quote.
water is my wife.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. And I don't even want to be that anymore. They don't need to remake that.
Ezekiel says Supertramp 2, maybe?
I don't know if this piece of foam is even big enough.
We gonna find out.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we went through that whole bag.
Oh, I can. I've been working like crazy.
Have we eaten the entire floor of the
No.
previous
One bag left.
one bag left? Okay. Once upon a time, this was our floor.
So, point that camera down for me. What I'm doing right now is I'm enlarging this circle pretty much. And I want to use the way that my wrist naturally rotates. I don't want to try and pull this because then I'm fighting all of this mechanics. So I'm putting it on a point about 2 inches out. I'm putting my hand pretty much in the center. And I'm just letting the natural curve of my hand dictate where that line goes. And then I'm just doing it by eye. And that's going to be a lot faster and easier than getting a protractor or finding exactly the right size bucket or whatever to make that circle. I did the initial circle with a bucket.
Chad says, I'm sure someone's already asked, but how did the concrete test pool come out?
Great. Came out great.
Next lady says, I got a sinking feeling my float is hot. Halloween Barber says, Bioshock? Question mark?
Yes, exactly. Alexa, how much time is left on my countdown?
You don't have any notifications.
Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
You have 23 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
23 on a 30-minute
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for dropping our shop link. It barely shows. And bumping our merch shop. Thank you again. If you run your fingers down the front edge, you can feel how close you are to that.
Well, I'm really close.
Yeah. Ezekiel says now you need a giant top hat.
There was some magic in that old top hat.
1980 says put the helmet on and repeat after me. I get around, round, round, round. I get around.
I get fun driving up and down the same old strip. Yeah, I would need another piece of foam. That isn't terrible.
You are correct.
Come on. Fella. Come on, look out. Look out. Make noise. Maybe that's it.
1980 says largest fencing helmet ever.
God.
I didn't take fencing, I took safe.
Fella, that's your reflection. Fella, that's your reflection. Honey. That's you. That's you. Who's that handsome dog in the backyard?
1980 says like a fencing mascot. Ezekiel asks, how long before the booth loops are wrestling with the fishman suit?
As soon as it's left unattended.
Well, that guy. I'm not ready for him yet.
Yeah.
He's gonna take too long.
Happen Mojo says, I'm back and I'm sad that I missed the breeders discussion. When am I going to use my Kim Deal material? 1980 says, go Sabres.
Why don't you bring the camera around here? No, bring it around
Oh,
here.
on there. Can I
Shoot
plug
it
the heat
this
gun?
way. Yeah.
Can I take it out? Okay.
Alright, so I'm not sure on the pronunciation on this. EPA?
Epi.
Epi in the house?
Yeah. Epi fighter.
Epi better?
It's foils.
Oh, okay.
Go over your head.
Epes have a triangular blade.
Gotcha.
And they're short. Sabers are short. Sabers have a weird.
And Epis also have the most weight.
Good night, Scott Colehart.
Did you fight that evil reflection? Did you win? Did you win? Nice voices there.
Really? I'm on the wrong freaking side. No wonder it's not sticking well. I'm like, you really aren't sticking like they should. I didn't put any glue on that side.
Hello, boys.
Boy.
1980 says the Breedleys will make the helmets.
Oh yeah. And I have a ton of bolts and stuff already ready to go.
Happen Mojo says, Alan, they have the most weight. Just like me. Justin Reed says, good night, everyone. Been fighting a headache all day. I think it's time to kick back and doze off.
Good night, man.
Ezekiel says tic-tac-toe for the name. 1980 says, if nothing else, portable quiet space. Chad Smith says, space for your barnacles.
No, these are eye holes. These are the eye holes.
Alan showed me a really cool way to do barnacles.
Different from the YouTube Wednesday number.
Nope, same one.
Same one. I was shown it at a show though.
Thanks. Chad Smith said, oh, okay. Got a really solid show in the back of your shirt.
You can find this masterpiece on the Spilky Studios website.
That's right.
Don't make stuff.
Rob O'Brien says, ooh, a glow from within. That would be cool.
I'm the glow from within. I'll be the one glowing inside of this.
Having Mother says, I've always wondered if there were any particular aesthetics that Alan likes and dislikes. Example, retro-futuristic or steampunk.
Diesel punk. I prefer diesel punk to all of the punks.
Ginny Cardenas would probably be a good little sister.
Oh yeah.
But Little Sister doesn't make sense for what we're doing. Old Diving Suits does.
Is there any particular aesthetic you dislike?
Clowns.
Is clown an aesthetic?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is now.
Totally is.
Ezekiel says, Maxwell Smart, Cone of Silence. 1980 says, Scooby-Doo Monster.
Nice reference.
Chad Smith says, Sparkle Diver. And one of those flamboyant impressions.
Sparkles.
He's
Sparkles.
Who's Spark?
Hot Hoja and Sparkle Party.
Sparkle potty.
You get the reference?
Good night, Tommy T.
No, we're just making stuff up as a thing.
No, that's a reference.
Is that from Saturday Night Live?
It is not. It's get on YouTube and look it up when you get on Sparkle Party. It's not filthy, it's just hilarious.
I like that you had to specify.
Good night, Scott Creighton.
It's not entirely filthy.
Well, hardcore German Sparkle Party could be taken as dirty. The video isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the sparkle?
Very hardcore.
Very hard.
Did you wear your party pants? Yes, I brought my party pants.
Space pants.
Party pants and the rubber boots. Happy Mojo says Carnival is what I would call that style. You must not have liked certain seasons of American Horror Story.
I haven't. I think I only saw the witch season. Remember, I don't watch a lot of TV.
1, 2, hotel. That's all you need.
Ezekiel says, I wouldn't suggest Googling Sparkle Diaper. Fair enough.
Sparkle what?
Sparkle Diaper.
Hold me close, a sparkle diver.
You know.
Sparkle diver.
Been down too long in the
Midnight sea.
Matrix Revolutions just needs tentacles. So that's neat.
Yeah. I mean, that's all part of that same aesthetic, actually.
That's come out, right? Really nice, right?
I wanted to do more
Whoa, wow.
You wanted to do what?
Hordak. Or Mumra. Both of those have been awesome. I'm actually happy with how this came out. How it's I don't want to hold it.
You don't want to mold it?
No, I said I want to mold it. I
Oh,
absolutely.
that's looking better. Yeah, I like the meat in there. Figure out where your meat ends. Like it can't do this. The skull has to end, then the meat starts. They don't blend into each other.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was taking it right up to this occipital ridge.
Right. Make a distinction between them. See how your meat is blending into your
Yes.
bone?
I got you.
And they have to be two distinct things.
Okay.
83 people watching it.
They're watching me cut holes in foam,
That's right there.
making Big Daddy. What's his name?
Mr.
Mayor
Bubbles.
Vina looks like a sentinel from Matrix.
Yeah.
Ezekiel says it's one of them waiting to happen Urban Dictionary things for sure.
Sparkle Daddy? What?
Pretty sure that's already in Urban Dictionary.
So my roommate.
He's a sparkle baby.
He is totally a sparkle daddy. He's a boo-boo looking for his yogi. And
Etch a sketch Hanna-Barbera thoughts.
and one of my friends made this joke. He's like, "Why don't you do an OnlyFans?" I'm like, "Because nobody wants that." I was like, "Nobody wants a skinny bear." And he goes, "They're not bears, they're otters."
That's right.
I'm like,
The Harry Beastie said, Alan, do you know what's on its side?
Yeah. Yes. But I put the eye holes in, so now I know where they go.
I had an idea the other day. There should be the opposite of a My OnlyFans. There should be like, pay me not to provide you content.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see that.
Heaven Mojo says the deer skull would be a great Pathfinder costume.
Huh.
Harry Beastie says, forget that.
Okay, I'm really liking how this looks right now.
Ezekiel says I'm not adding any more to this combo.
Thank you, Ezekiel.
Also, Ryan says, otters!
I had no idea. Is that better, Alan?
What?
Is that better?
Harder.
Harder?
Harder. You're still soft. You're implying that it ends. Make it end. Ugh.
Happen Mojo says in Australia they're called platypus.
Is that either venomous?
Probably.
Everything,
That looks cool.
everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
Man,
And I can
you imagine
see
that coming
actually
at you in a
really
haunt?
well.
Like,
What's that?
I can imagine that coming at you in a haunt. Oh, get the gauntlets, get the gauntlets.
I'm gonna get you stay up. Go show them Rob's sculpture.
All right.
And I'm gonna get suited up over here.
Suit up. 1980 says, my friend admitted to me he was a peeping Tom. I told him to see a therapist. He said he used to, but she got people on
Boom.
There is a GIF that is the perfect GIF for this. And it's a like super annoyed, like totally put out looking monkey who does the rim shot like on the drum set. Just so super over it.
All right, Rob. Let's see how you're doing.
Lisa Art says, I love your sculpting nights, but I've really enjoyed this fabrication project.
You know what? It's a fabrication thing. I mean, I'm making something. It doesn't matter if I sculpt it in latex or if I, it doesn't matter which one I do.
The Hairy Beastie says, very nice. Ezekiel says, if you call someone in Australia a platypus, it means they're stupid. I love that. You absolute platypus.
You don't even
I
know.
have Jimmy for you.
Yeah. No, no.
Are you a mammal? Are you a fowl? Are you a lizard? Nobody knows.
Thomas R. says, looks like the thingy at the planetarium that shoots lasers.
Yeah,
Did you lose your shoe?
I took it off so I could boot better.
Oh, alright. Fair enough.
I'm committed.
I believe you. I'm
I just like
excited.
seeing me in the dwarf boots.
I'm not gonna lie, I do. I do very much.
We represent the lollipop.
Yeah. Alright, you want arms and I'll...
I'm all set up to grab them.
Okay. Y'all, I'm excited for this.
We have to wait for the big reveal, guys. I'm sorry.
Ready.
That countdown clock is so close right now.
Yeah. Ezekiel says it's kind of like a mullet haircut, too.
Are y'all ready to
All
see? All right.
Pretty good.
Oh, wait, here, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
come up a little bit.
Make sure I don't
There you go.
do any of that.
You can unplug the phone. The phone's fine.
You want me to take it off?
It looks great.
You can.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry,
Yeah,
my
with
hand's
the
gonna be in the way real
in
quick.
between, you know, with
Yeah.
with the metal strips on it.
All right, guys.
Turn the camera around so you can really use it like a person.
Here we go.
There you go.
It says you gotta go for the groin. Yes! Yes! Give us the Big Daddy dance.
Got no strength.
There you go. Yes! Thor says that looks awesome. Shannon Hopp says, no, ladies, stand back. He's all mine.
When this sucker's painted out in metal, it's going to be awesome.
It is going to be really cool. And Chris Willisot says, so cool. Nick Diddy says he looks ready for a colander shoot. Lisa Hart says, what color scheme? Rusty metallic? Black?
Brass and green aging, green patina.
Happen Mojo says, oh, that helmet with a spotlight inside shining through dark and smoke. That'll scare some children. Scar some children. Yeah, fair enough. Rob O'Brien says, oh man, that coming at me would creep me out.
Especially if it came out of your bathroom.
Yeah. Poison Sumac says, hockey night in Canada with you know who.
So yeah, lots more paint, lots more accoutrement, bolts all over this.
Barnacles.
Yeah, barnacles. I mean, this, and I'll do a setup where it attaches to the chest a little better,
Yeah,
and do like a front plate and a back plate for the chest. But this is the basis of the build,
That is so cool.
and I have really good vision.
Breathability's great. Looks like that's good.
Yeah,
You
it's
can hear
awesome.
us.
I can hear you great.
1980 says that must be a strain.
I can go down as far into it as I want. Okay, go back to Rob for a bit. I'm going to change back out.
Thomas R says one word, ass. Happen Mojo says, may I suggest some bellows sound effects? They always sound creepy.
I'm just kind of cleaning up at this
I
point.
ain't unhappy with it.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Rob, you should be. That looks great.
Thanks. It's better than my 8 for ought to.
It is better than a
I'm not as broad as you
I
are.
might put a searchlight up on top of it, you know? You know, a couple searchlights up on the top of the dome on each side.
That's fun.
But you know, even the top of your head stops it.
Yeah,
So it's not like, you know.
I would wear that.
we got good support.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This I like how this.
Really take
Oh,
it
yeah.
to the next level.
Right. Over engineered.
And
Happen
here,
Mojo, oh no,
Now,
Lisa Hart says
I
whale
did have to
song.
do a different kind of mount.
1980 says a couple of giant steampunk tanks in the backpack. Mr. Dopey says, where's the drill?
Yeah. Well, I go doing the claws.
These were my
Rob O'Brien
source
says
materials.
The marrow in your nasal cavity looks cool.
Oh. Good job, Rob.
Thank you. I even like the teeth.
tighten
Captain
up your
Emojo says
line
red
here.
lenses or screens over the
Oh,
holes.
clean
This
it
is
up.
your eyelid.
Right.
Okay.
Clean it
So you're now coming up to the eyelid,
Okay.
but all this is open up here.
So close
So
this
bring
up.
it down here and open this up.
Okay.
Captain Emojo says red lenses or screen over the holes.
Yeah, I'll do screen. I'll do screen, but I'll do the big screen. Yeah.
Lisa Art says cool.
You like it? You like being paparazzi?
It happens.
It happens.
Normally I'm not dressed like this, but it happens.
Ezekiel says Stacy's turn for the girl version of the dwarf version. Okay. Hang on.
And I think your feet will fit in the boots
Probably.
without taking your shoes off. What's your men's shoe size? Oh, yeah. Yep, and if they sit on top, that's hard to fix. Or if you put your toe against it and then push your foot down, it'll just squeeze it between the two. Like put your toe, push your heel down. Yeah, that'll do it. The world's watching.
Yeah.
They will be falling.
You could end up on live stream fails.
That's right.
Oh, what?
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah,
Did not know that.
that is a big thing.
I wouldn't mind seeing this on someone else because I have yet to see it.
Squeeze back behind. Nice meaty neck. Veins coming out the side. And here we go.
All right, here we go with Stacy. Yeah, with you, I think I would want to build the shoulders out a little bit, but I have some leftover cups from.
It really is a nice support.
Ezekiel says, please don't go backwards. Please
Yeah.
don't go backwards over.
That would be pretty
Yeah,
funny.
like see these pieces here, I could put on for shoulder, and I'm going to do like a 90-degree piece all around this. Put these guys on. It's a little too late tonight, but there's a lot of adding that I can do to that.
See you.
Now pop and lock. I don't know that I know how to pop and lock.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It moves the whole. This is delightful. I'm enjoying this entirely too much. It is a little big, but
It looks a little big on you, yes.
I can't always run this. It has a nice little cradly shelf that prohibits it from coming up.
Whatever you're into.
Yeah, you know.
We don't judge you.
But yeah, I mean the vision is pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's
For
great.
for something like that, I think that's you can't ask for too much more than that.
I cannot.
Yeah, I'll do plates with rivets that come down here, and then like a 6-inch band
Just watch
that
the
looks like
spacing of them
that
so you
looks
don't
like it
end up with
has
rivet nipples.
2 belts. It looks like it has 2 belts that belt on.
Yeah.
Because he's got like a canvas suit with some raised detail.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take these from you now. These are our arm candy that are on the website. These are made to look like your arm is cut off and replaced by something cooler. Chomp chomps.
Ezekiel says walking through the shopping mall stabbing kids.
Yeah, like you do.
Brian says no, you do not. Ezekiel says do the moonwalk. I don't know that I can moonwalk.
Okay.
Having emoji says
Can't-
Stacy in the costume reminds me of the Shy Guys from Super Mario 2. Nintendo themed night.
Jacob, great job, sir.
Lisa Art says awesome build.
Hey, Jacob, there's never a need to loosen this. You just pop it forward, and then you pop it right back in.
Thanks, James. There's a rusty barnacle
What?
finish
You
like
learn
it's
something
been
every day.
underwater or a steampunk brass. Either way.
All right, so gang, it is probably, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:07 p.m.
Alexa, cancel my alarm.
There's no alarm set.
Alexa, cancel my countdown.
Okay, to turn off notifications, go to the settings page in
not
your
what I said at all.
Alexa app and click notifications.
Alexa, stop. How much time is left on my timer? Simon says. Alexa, how much time is left on my timer?
You have 1 minute left on your 30
Alexa, cancel my 30-minute timer.
30-minute timer canceled.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We've made some cool, fun stuff. Rob, you did a great job on your mask.
Thank you.
I can't wait to do fun stuff with it. And I might add some more teeth now that I'm looking at it, so the teeth just come up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
And I made a big
Yeah.
daddy diving helmet. Yeah, and you saw some neat, fun, different camera stuff today. Thanks, Jacob. And Stacy, thanks for reading comments. Guys, say goodnight.
Good night.
Rob, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I say goodnight, and I also say, go make stuff.
Go make stuff.
Eventually, this button will work. I gotta use the non-table sawed hand.